All right, so what's my most memorable experience with Kendall? And as I think about that, it was really, it was a very simple one. It wasn't anything that was too complex. We had gone fishing. It was just him and I. We went to a local lake, and it really gave us the opportunity, it gave me the opportunity to understand his life. He always talked about his family and how he grew up and what was important to him. And we were there at this lake for maybe 3 or 4 hours, but the bond and relationship that we built during that time, as we laughed and we told stories, and he told me about his experience here growing up in Raleigh, and I talked to him about my experience growing up in New York City, for an example. Really brought us together and helped us to determine those threads of commonality. And so I remember that experience. I think that's when we really, truly understood each other and established a true brotherhood. So it was during that fishing trip.
The way I saw him impact the lives of others is just he truly met people where they were. I think he had a unique relationship with each and every person that was in his sphere of influence. And that's just an amazing gift to be able to make everyone that you come around feel like that they are special. And Kendall did that. And I think that creates lasting impact when you have someone that you feel like, I need to pick up the phone and call this person right now because I'm going through something. And you know that this person would actually listen. And if you wanted advice, he would give it to you. And sometimes if you didn't want the advice, he would give it to you anyway, because sometimes you just needed to hear it, even though you didn't want to hear it. And so I just think that's the way I saw Kendall just really impact people, just being there for each and every individual, man. And that was just amazing to watch him do that, and to see the impact that he had on others was just incredible.
Kendall is all about relationships. Every time you talk to him, he always talk about relationships. And in our course of knowing each other, it's like a Venn diagram. I had a group of friends, he had a group of friends, but it's those friends that we had in common that I think that impacted both our lives. And I think those friends is what helped us become close. And he stressed relationships, and he took relationships seriously. If you're going to be a friend of Kendall's, you have to be honest. You have to be able to accept some hard truths sometimes as well, because he's going to be honest with you. And he's going to be vocal. If you're doing good, he's going to commend you. And if you're not in line or you going out of bounds, he's going to say something about that as well. So the one word I can describe Kendall as, which is relationships, and I'm glad and I'm blessed to have had a great one with him.
So you don't meet very many people from Raleigh, North Carolina, but Kendall was one of those people. Kendall was an advocate for his community, an advocate for young people, an advocate for them to do great things. So that is what I think about Kendall in terms of how did he impact others' lives. He was an advocate for everybody.
The lesson I learned from Mr. Kendall is how to be a leader. Like how to stand out in a group, how to lead conversations, how to follow your peers, like, how to be an outstanding person, help out the community, help out younger peers coming up, be like a mentor to them. I feel like that's a very helpful lesson that I've learned from him, and I will carry on throughout my life.
One lesson I learned from Mr. Kendall was no matter if you were having a bad day or if somebody else is having a bad day, always greet them, always say, hey, good morning, something, because the worst thing you can do is pass by somebody and not say hi. That's just being rude and showing disrespect. And every day, even if Kendall was having a bad day, he would still say, hey, how are you? Is your day going well? And that's one thing that I really admired about him.
The one lesson that I've learned from Mr. Kendall Harris was you deserve to be in a room. I will always carry that with me. He always made me feel that I deserved to be in a room, even if I felt very nervous, even if I questioned why got the opportunity or was in that space. He let me know I deserved and I belonged to be there. And I never questioned that once that was instilled in me. And I carry that with all the youth that I work with as a social worker now. I tell everyone, you deserve to be in this room. You deserve to be in this space and you are worthy. So that's something that I will always carry forward with me.
Kendall was the first one to say to me that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And without question, I know that Kendall came into my life and he has had an impact on me for a lifetime. He was a constant reminder of finding the humor in life and in situations. He was a reminder of the importance of having that person that you could bounce information on and you can be honest and true, critique, and continue to grow, to be better, to do better. And I think that's the impact he's had on everyone who he touched.